Check one. Okay, that worked now. Now my cat's in front of my camera. Jackie, do you mind? No, don't get your butt out of the camera. What? You're such a goofy guy. You're such a goofy guy. Can I put you down? Do you mind if I put you down? I know you want to hang out. Go live right now. I'll put you in my lap, okay? Alrighty. So now we're live on YT and here on TikTok. So for those who are asking about the TikTok ban, because those are the most questions coming in, and now that we're finally live, what we know so far is this, which is really not much. We're expected, hopefully, something soon in the future about what could be happening to TikTok. When it comes to the Supreme Court and any of their arguments, after oral arguments, it usually takes months to get some kind of decision. Because this is an emergency, we would need some kind of injunction, because if they were to take months, well, TikTok could lose its entire thing on the 19th, which without an injunction just would put it into a ban anyway. Now, there's been a lot of questions. Well, isn't it possible they can give us a decision on Monday? So they are back in session on Monday. That does not mean they can give us their answer by Monday. It's a matter of, do they have all the information they need? Are they going to ask for more information? Personally, I don't think it's going to be banned on the 19th. I think that we're going to be in a situation in which they're going to need an injunction or a stay to, work better with it, to maybe give them more time to decide, and or maybe get Donald Trump involved so that they can maybe change the law or do something else. Those who probably can't see, my cat is now sleeping on my computer. I don't think anyone can see. Maybe on TikTok. He's literally just passed out. And for those joining me on YT, we're trying to build up our YouTube channel so that in the future, if TikTok goes away, you can find me on there. I'll post those videos on Blue Sky as well. So, and if you do subscribe on YouTube, I will read your name out as it comes up. I don't know what had happened. We literally lost now 40 subscribers since we went live. I don't know how that happens. But nonetheless, no matter what happens to Joey Contino News on TikTok, I will be on YouTube, and that's where you're going to find me. So, will I be making a Clapper account? No. Will you stream on Twitch too? No. I use way too many platforms. There's too many to put together. Between my multiple Facebook pages, my 3 YouTube channels, my 2 Instagrams, my Blue Sky, my Twitter, that is 11 accounts plus my TikTok. That's 12. I don't want to post anywhere else. I'm so sorry. I just do so much. Like today, Jackie, don't touch his buttons. Like today, did you just kick me out of the live stream? You're a crazy cat. Sorry, my cat's literally hitting buttons on my computer. Someone says the cat is the problem. I just do so many different things on many different platforms that sometimes it's difficult. He's grabbing my hand. He's falling. If you're on YouTube, you can hear the cat purring into the microphone. Actually, it's gonna be loud for a second. Let me put the purr on here. I'll put the microphone on my cat. Just keep purring, buddy. They want to hear you purr. Can you hear it? Anyway. Yes, he wants to be the center of attention. I had to pull the microphone away, buddy. I'm sorry. Daddy's working right now. He doesn't work because he doesn't like that Daddy just constantly works. I wake up after my 4-hour night sleep and just record videos all day. I did 4 YouTube videos on all my TikToks and then my Facebook pages and things. So alrighty. Back to your guys' questions. Am I going to Clapper? No. I'm not going to any other any other platforms. YouTube is where my stuff's going to be, and I'll just share that stuff in Blue Sky. Are you in prison? Why would I be in prison? But anyway, what questions you guys have for me? It could be world news questions. It could be questions anywhere else. I'm getting questions from YouTube and from TikTok at the same time. Someone says you don't plan on doing any other platforms. My videos, I mean, I'll have my personal stuff on my Instagram at Joey Contino, but that's not news. That's just my personal stuff. I'll be putting my long form videos. Actually got videos from Ukraine that I still have to edit, which is going on my YouTube channel. So someone says, hi, Burger. Hey, Burger. Someone says TikTok has been banned 3 times. They don't believe in free speech. They do. It's a hard argument to fight to when ultimately free speech disappears when you start talking about national security. Unfortunately, that's kind of how things go. Someone says, how is Ukraine getting on the front lines? I legitimately just did a war map update on Ukraine just before I went live. So it was about an hour ago. Someone says, what is the current update from Los Angeles? We are expected very high winds, which is going to create such a problem in LA, because now those embers are going to be able to fly, which is not a good situation at all. And it's not good at all. And those winds are expected to be 30 miles an hour tonight. By Monday through Wednesday, it could be up to 60. It's a problem. Someone says, why do I get videos about daily conversations? I don't know what you mean by that. Someone says, have you talked about the North Korean troops? We did. I did an entire video here on TikTok, but on YouTube, I did like a 20-minute video explaining everything. Candace says, hey, Joey, I was subscribed to the other YouTube account. Didn't realize you had 2. Yes, I actually have 3. Liam goes, what's your thought on the Starmer handling of the inquiry of the grooming gangs? I don't know that story, so I don't have an answer, Liam. I do apologize. I have to look into that. I am interested to see Starmer come to Ukraine, which will be very soon. He did announce that just recently. Someone says, where am I going to find your videos? YouTube at Joey Contino News. Someone says, I heard it was arson in LA. Is that true? From the first few fires, it wasn't arson. It just kind of happened. But in, I believe the Kenneth one of those I think it's Kenneth. That one supposedly was arson. So will you be doing a war update when the U.S. invades Canada? Yes, I would be. Been to Ukraine and Russia many times. Love your updates. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Someone says more wind equals more fire in LA. That is correct. Someone says hello from the Netherlands. Oh, hi. How are you? Liam W., hopefully I answered your question. But if you guys are on TikTok, hit that share button. I greatly appreciate it. Someone says update on ice in California. I don't know about ice in California. Someone says, well, I saw drones. Maybe we're next in California for drones, or in Canada. I haven't seen drones in New Jersey in a while. So as a Christmas came and New Jersey drones disappeared. Someone says the ice thing, ice is really bad. What do you... Ice, California. Oh, okay. You're talking... Oh, you should have said immigration rates. Okay, yeah, I know that. So when it comes to immigration here in the United States, there's a lot of things that are going on. Donald Trump is coming to office saying that he wants to kick out those who are not supposed to be here. There are people legally here in the United States under TPS. I believe that's about 1 million. I think that number might be low. It's not that many, or maybe it's 900 something like that. It's not that many. My sister-in-law is here under TPS. That has been extended for Ukrainians for 18 months. Sorry, I had the hiccups for a second. So those people are fine. It's people who had applications that were denied, or were told, hey, your time's up, you got to leave. Those are the people that ICE are technically targeting. Now, there is something going on in California. There are different raids. It says here migration raids by the United States Border Patrol in Kern County, California, are sowing chaos in certain communities, according to the Senate Majority Leader, Lena Gonzalez. She was responding to a series of raids in the Bakerfield last week, reported by ABC News, which Border Patrol says they're targeted, but which representatives say they're intimidating and based on random racial profiles, sparking fears among immigrants in the state. That is something different. There actually isn't much information on this. But if you're here illegally in the country, or you were told you have to leave, or your applications weren't approved, you got to go. It kind of is what it is. You can always apply for TPS and maybe get approved, but most of the majority of the TPS applications for at least an 18-month extension is only good for those who are already in the program. Like Ukraine has 107,000 Ukrainians living in the United States. Now remember, TPS, these people are physically working here. They're actually paying taxes. They're making money for themselves and supporting themselves so that the government doesn't have to. So TPS is great. Okay. So I saw some people complain about TPS and I go, no, that's a good immigration. Of course, if you got green cards, if you've got other kind of advanced parolement, TPSs, you're fine. It's those who were rejected, that overstayed their visa. It's people like that. And there's millions like that in this country. And, regardless of how you feel in the matter, Trump wants them out. I think it's going to cost way too much money. If people are working and paying their taxes and doing the right thing, then that's a different story. But if you're just here living off of the system and you're illegally here and causing problems, you got to go. A lot of undocumented workers are the workers doing the jobs of Americans who don't want to do those jobs, like street cleaning or trash collection or, cleaning porta potties and things like that, landscaping. So questions are coming in. First, let me jump on YouTube. Someone says, here in the UK, the government has also been looking at social media, forcing platforms having to ask for ID on setup. When I'm on YouTube and certain other things, I had to put in my ID. That's mostly because it's needed for tax purposes. But, the question is that the right way to do things? Probably not. I don't understand why that's needed. No, I mean, besides the tax stuff, I mean, like outside of that, if you're just a viewer versus someone who's creating. That came from Not Down Dave. Brian also says they do the same in Denmark as well. He also says there's a possible ban of X in the UK. And yeah, the UK needs to, quote unquote, do something about Elon Musk, something that they actually talked about. Same thing in France, too. They're trying to figure out what to do with Elon Musk. We got a lot of questions here on TikTok. Someone says, way to go for you. High respect for your work from Finland. Thank you so much. Natalie says, hi. Someone says, not ice cream. I can't even have ice cream. That's the sad part. TPS is temporary protected status. If your country's at war, or if something's going on in your country which could have you potentially in a lot of heat, you can file for asylum or TPS. If the conditions that your country's living in is bad, that's what you file for. So those people who came from Ukraine, lost their house, maybe Russia hit it, lost family, lost all these things and have no choice. Maybe you live in Mariupol or Kherson or Kharkiv and now everything's been destroyed. Or if you live in, Donbass or Luhansk or wherever, and you got nothing to go back to. Someone says, don't you have a glass of water with you that you could drink from time to time? Are you talking about my mug here? I do. And I've got my cappuccino that I made with my Ukrainian cup. I got this at a gas station in Ukraine. I saw it when I first entered in October, and I looked, or September, and I said to my wife, "Oh, when we leave, I'm grabbing those." I went to Ukraine for about 2.5 weeks. So, someone says we got just about a week left on TikTok. Yes, if it does get banned, we don't know yet. There could be an injunction. Someone says, did you see they're talking about starting an undocumented tip line? I did not. That is not cool. Someone says, do we know what happened to this? This is a great question here. This is a great question here from one of my subscribers, Cheng Vang 475. Do we know what happened to the drone operator that forced air operations to stop in California? As a Part 107 drone pilot, I'm a drone pilot, by the way. Here's my drone here. I've been flying drones, unmanned vehicles now for over 10 years. Prior to, I mean, you can even see some of my original videos. Oh my gosh, if you go back to 2014, I got a photo of me and my first Phantom 2 drone. That was back when you had a GoPro and you literally just stuck it underneath of the drone and you flew with it. I used that drone in Ukraine once as well back in 2016. That exact drone. I've been flying before that too, because I used to do helicopters. I used to have a model aircraft. I used to have a Blue Angels model aircraft that I would fly, which was fun. But man, hurt when you got hit with it. So as a Part 107, there's a lot of rules and regulations. As a Part 107, as actually July, you have a thing that's called remote ID. Whenever I take this drone in the sky, it's got to have a few different things. If it's between dusk and dawn, it needs to have some kind of indicator on there, which that's what this is for. I would take it out. It is super bright. I don't want to turn it on. Where is it at? It's in here somewhere. I literally just charged up my gear because I'm getting ready to head up to the mountains. So it's not turning on right now. But you need to have indicator lights and a few other things. Actually, let me plug that in real quick. There we go. Your drones need to be registered. I'm going to cover up my registry. But you'll see my sticker on here. Oh, thank you, Fear Innocent. You just got the title of gifter. So you have to have this. Your drone has to be registered. Of course, I have my FAA Part 107 certificate with me at all times. I have also all my other documents with me when I fly because I am part of the press. So I've got copies of everything. You can see U.S. Department information stuff on here. My registration. I've got insurance. I have an insurance policy with my drone because certain areas require you to have insurance. So I kind of have to deal with that as well. But anyway, as a Part 107 or anyone flying a drone, you have to have it registered. Remote ID is something to where police officers can put this device up and go and figure out who's flying that drone where. So if that person was a Part 107, which it could be, then that person could be facing, I think it was like $21,000 in fines and potential jail time. Because that aircraft, the way that these firefighters work, they scoop down in the water and then they take off. In order to get the fire in the spot, or in order to take out the fire with the water that's been loaded into these aircraft, they have to get within 500 feet of elevation. Okay? Sometimes even lower. And now remember, okay, well, maybe the aircraft is flying at 500 feet at this one section. Well, you could be maybe 300, 400 feet in a mountain, okay? Say they're dumping water down here and you're up here and you go up to 400 feet, which is the maximum you're allowed to go. Well, now you're flying over an aircraft. That's illegal to begin with, anything. But now you're interfering with airspace that already had an emergency TFR, which is a temporary TF flight restrictions. Oh my gosh, sometimes my dyslexia screws up my brain. So whoever was flying this drone should have known that a TFR was there because they're flying aircraft under different heights that are normally not known. And there's a lot of weird laws that pertain to certain things, but anyone knows if an aircraft is nearby, you don't fly a drone. Like, you don't need to be a Part 107 to know that kind of stuff. You're an idiot to want to fly a drone with an aircraft. And unfortunately, this Canadian aircraft, you've seen the videos of them swooping down and launching the water, was flying at a low height. I think it was 300 and something odd feet when it crashed into a drone that should have never been there. So now the FAA is fully investigating. They're going to prosecute. Thank you so much for the howdy. That's usually how we do things. Um, you're doing all the hats. I appreciate the hats and the hand. I forget what they call that. The hand hearts. So this person's going to be prosecuted. Hands down, this person is going to be prosecuted as they should be. Oh, thank you for the kisses. I think that's what that is. It's sending hearts. That's funny. It's cute. Thank you, fear. Is it fear innocence? Anyway, so that person is definitely going to be caught, and they're going they're 100% going to be prosecuted. And I think the FAA should make an example of this person because this is the exact thing the FAA was trying to prevent. Now, what sucks is that it just takes one idiot who doesn't know all these rules and regulations to screw things up to then have heavy regulations on drone pilots. I already do a lot. There's a flight log and things you have to do for insurance reasons. There's a lot of maintenance on these things. People, it's not just a toy. It really is not a toy. This thing here is $1,600. Granted, I used mine for like 3 years and maintain it, but these drones can't fly forever. As soon as you start seeing cracks, it's got to be sent in for repairs. I've had this exact drone's been repaired 3 times, and by repair, it's I send it back to DJI. They put a new body on it. They put a new this. They put a this. Like right now, I'll probably have to send it back soon because there's too many vibrations in the gimbal. And that's just because I just flew it the other day in winds that are just teetering on the end of where it should be, but it is within the limit. And I could see the vibration. I went, I think maybe I fly by a beach, so I think I just need to take it apart and clean it. But if you do that, it invalidates the insurance. So anyway, I know it went deep. I'm a part 107. I could talk about drones left and right and maps and TFRs. And I used to call them, well, they used to be called nomads. They're not that anymore. Anyway, there's over 100 questions on TikTok and some questions on YouTube. I'll answer the YouTube ones real quick. It says here, do you think the fires will last much longer? Yes. The reason why is because of the wind. Tonight, winds are going to hit 30 plus miles per hour. We're going to see winds go up to 60 miles per hour this week, which is not fun at all. Someone saying to me, in Australia, all social media, including TikTok, Facebook, and X and Instagram, are banned for anyone under the age of 16. Should that be done in the United States? That is interesting. I don't think that would work too well here in the US, but I do think that'd be kind of cool. Any information about the stolen military items stolen from military base in Tustin? I didn't see that. Is that true? Oh my gosh. Well, thank you, Abe Baldley. Police are investigating after 3 Humvees, one of which was armored, were stolen from an Army Reserve base in Tustin. Okay, well, now I got to do a news story on that when we're done. Where is Tustin located? Oh, by Santa Ana. Oh, my God. Santa Ana, which is where the evacuation notices. No, that's south. That's very south. You're doing that. So someone just, I guess, into chaos because the National Guardsmen are all the way up fighting the fire. They stole some stuff. That's awful. We got to do a story on that once we're done with the live. Someone says here, a possible reason someone would steal these items is to impersonate and blend in with the type of military deployed in the area, like National Guardsmen, protecting the areas ravaged by the fires and looters. Wow, that's sad. Alrighty. A lot of good questions coming in. So it says, let Ukrainian people stay as long as they want and need. I agree. Actually, I still have my Ukrainian band, but you can barely even see it anymore. Can you smoke chaos? I don't know what that means. One quick question. Has it been declared from the Supreme Court? Okay. Someone's asking about Supreme Court stuff. The ban has not taken effect yet. It does on the 19th. TikTok still has a chance that it could be saved. When it comes to any kind of hearing on the TikTok, in the sense of now that the hearing is done, when we're going to find the results, we don't know. Could be tomorrow, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. Could be Friday. It literally could be any day. Could be any day. It's just a matter of they usually take months to put out a decision. They know that the TikTok ban happens on the 19th. They're going to do whatever they can. Will we hear from them before the TikTok ban? Yes. Whether or not it's going to be an injunction or a stay versus it being a ban or not a ban, we don't know. I think we're going to get a stay, an injunction, so they could figure things out. I'm hoping. I'm praying. I'm being optimistic. I'm the only one on TikTok being positive about this stuff. I don't know why. Someone says, hi from Sweden. Love your news about the conflict in Ukraine. I appreciate it. So someone says, here in the UK, drones over a certain weight in fighting must be registered. Yes. And have a valid pilot's license. Yes. Those who ask, I'm not going to take my thing out, but you can see my FAA card here. Try to see how I can cover it so that you don't see any information. You can see my FAA card here. Yeah. Yeah, pink, pink, pink. I'm all set, my friend. I've been flying way too long. Though, interestingly enough, this is my old card. I know because it's got my old address on it. Where's the new one? I think the new one's in my bag. Oh, no, I took up my new one for when I went to Ukraine. I was going to bring my drone with me and then wound up not doing it after the Ukrainian official said to me, you're not bringing a drone here, right? I was like, I guess not. They're like, because they will take it down. I was like, yeah, we're not doing that. We're not bringing a drone. I don't need to deal with that. I had to get a press ID in order to go to Ukraine. And so there was a lot of stuff I had to agree to. Let's see here. Someone says, people are just trying to live their lives. I don't understand this world. I know. TikTok ban is really weird. So many questions. All right. So a lot of questions. Someone says, you could still bring a drone. Yes, I can. And I have one here going to Ukraine soon. I've got this one going to Ukraine. Am I opening it the right way? It's my old DJI Spark. I literally just took it out of storage. That's going to be shipped out to Ukraine very shortly. I've got a couple of those. There's a lot of stuff. I also work with Dignitas Ukraine, which you can donate to send drones. We were doing that whole partnership with them with the Russia, make Russia small again stuff. So yeah, actually, if you go to my link in bio, literally my link in bio on TikTok, there's a way to donate to help do drone stuff. You could donate any dollar amount you want. I work with them, Ukrainian Dignitas. They had ordered 300 last time. And I was supposed to be there to help them pack them, but I was away. But yeah, I'm a big drone guy. Someone says, what would happen to our TikTok shop orders? Will we still receive the items? I believe so, but we don't know. Someone says, did you have drones in your area when it was happening? Yes, we had drones in my town. My wife and I were sitting in a Target parking lot watching these drones. It was weird. They were flying like next to each other. And then we're making like, it didn't make any sense. It did not make any sense. I'm in an area, by the way, where there is a TFR that we can't fly. So that I believe the 23rd. So I couldn't put my drone in the sky and be like, oh, hey, let's go check this thing out. So someone says, are Russians and Ukrainians at a stalemate? Russians, I just put a video on my TikTok going over the war map. You'll see how things are there. I put a video on YouTube today talking about how North Korean troops have been captured by Ukrainians. You can check that out on YouTube. I wouldn't say it's a stalemate. I would say that if Ukraine had the right equipment, they would be able to push back the Russians. I like that answer. We're going to go with that. Someone says, I don't feel like a ban will get delayed or pushed. I think the ban would be delayed. My honest opinion. Donovan Platt says, good evening, and thank you so much for what you do. I appreciate you guys. You guys are the reason why I do this stuff. So I'm very much grateful to you guys. So, okay, 1 second here. All right. So I'm talking to my wife because she's getting done work. There's so many questions. All right. So only got a few minutes left. So let me answer some of these questions real quick. Someone says, wait, are you in Ukraine? I am not. I was in Ukraine for about 2.5 weeks. And that was about 2 months ago. And actually, no longer than that now. It was October. It was October. I do have a bunch of videos that I did go to Ukraine for that I still have to edit and put online. So someone says, "Is your TikTok down?" No, my TikTok's still up. I'm still live on TikTok and YouTube. I'm doing both for the time being. And those on TikTok, if you follow me on YouTube, I will shout you. Just let me know in the video, and I'll shout you out. Shout you out. I wanted to hit 19,000, but we had a 40-person drop for some strange reason. So if you can jump on YouTube and subscribe, we're at 18,732. So if you want to see that go up, subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. Let's answer more questions. A lot of questions. Someone says, will TikTok still be working in Canada? Yes. Someone says, you're going to Ukraine soon as a volunteer. Oh, wow. Thank you so much. Someone says, I didn't know you had a YouTube account. Yes, Joey Cantino News. Garth says I'm on there. It says, what's my 9-to-5 job? I actually don't talk about my full-time job because my work doesn't want me talking about my full-time job. It's funny because I actually had an interview lined up actually on Monday. I've got an interview with the New York Stock Exchange, and they started talking about my job, and I was like, oh, no, we're not talking about that. My work doesn't want that, so don't do that. Don't do that. Helena says, I've been following you from Ireland since the war started. You're extremely sincere. Thank you so much. Someone says, TPS is not for all Ukraine. Why? If you came here on Unite for Ukraine, the program that was created after Russia started their invasion, there's no status with that. You're just in the country. You needed a status. In order to get a status, you had to apply for TPS, or temporary protection status. Sorry, I literally had a brain fart right there. That was weird. Long story short of that, not all Ukrainians came through in that program. Some came from asylum. Some of them came for different stuff. So what is my 9-to-5? You're really asking what my regular job is. I will tell you this about my job. My regular job, I work the overnight hours. So, from 8 or 9 p.m. until 5 in the morning, I do that job. Then I have a website that I write articles on, a local website here in New Jersey. I then have 3 YouTube channels: Wildwood Video Archive, Joey Cantino News. I do videos on them, which I did a video on every single one of those channels. I then have 2 Instagrams. I've got multiple Facebook pages and Blue Sky / Twitter. And then, of course, TikTok. So that stuff has become most of my full-time stuff. Do I follow Chad Scott? I watch Chad Scott's videos all the time. Per Chauvin, just subscribe. Thank you. Can you use a proxy server for TikTok? You can, but it's not going to help down the line. You'll lose most of your audience anyway in the United States. Why can't they work out a deal to protect data? They already did that. They have their servers here in the United States. So, all right, guys, I got to roll. I got to start making dinner for my wifeage, who should be home in a half an hour. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel at Joey Cantino News. Link in my bio. If TikTok goes away, that's where my videos are going. And I'm putting my videos from TikTok on YouTube, the short form ones. And I've got long form videos on YouTube at this very moment. Thank you guys for your support. I greatly appreciate it. I'm disconnect the TikTok first and then the YouTube stuff. So thank you, everyone on TikTok. I appreciate it. I hope you have a great night. And then you guys, hey, what's up? First of all, there's 17 of you guys. I appreciate it. I'm going to be shutting this off in a second. Before I do, we lost 40 subscribers. We were at pretty much 18,800 and then just started losing subscribers. I don't know what happened to YouTube. It was like people subscribed and then they got taken away. I don't know how that happened. But I appreciate you guys. In the future, if TikTok goes away, this is where the videos are going to go. Do I like this? No, not at all. The algorithm is awful. But it is what it is. It's the only alternative we have. And so I'll be recording long form videos, which you saw on here. Hey, Eddie, how are you? Hey, Brian. I'll do long-term videos, long form videos, and still do my, I guess, TikTok news on here. I don't agree. I don't like it. It is what it is. Someone's asked me, should I do stuff on Facebook? I don't know. I really don't know. We shall see. Someone says I should do a news one like that, and I'm just, it's another platform I have to upload to. It makes things a little bit more difficult. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comment section below. Someone says, honestly sucks, you're my favorite. Well, I'm not going anywhere, Stormzy. So I'm still here for you. Still here for all you guys. I'm not going anywhere. The world needs to know what's going on in Ukraine, and I'm making sure the world knows. I'm not letting Russia win. I refuse to let Russia win. And with my degrees and what I do, I'm happy to provide the content. So anyway, I'm going to go. You guys stay safe. Have a good night. I'll see you later. Bye.